Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we will be discussing about the doubts of students
who are coming to Concordia University, and let's begin the doubts.
And how is the recession situation in Montreal? So, Kevin, would you like to answer this?
No, you won't face any such issues here in Montreal because there are many international students from different countries over here. So generally, everyone is friendly. You won't, even though we are in Quebec and it's more of a French-oriented place.
Everyone who comes to Montreal, we feel lucky that we came here.
Yes,
but at the end, we feel bad once we are leaving.
That we have to
because
do.
Of the
Yeah.
PR reasons.
Otherwise, Montreal, to be honest, is the best city to live and even stay for longer. If they start giving PR, no one would ever leave Montreal.
Yes, so can you tell us more about Bill 96? So this is basically about the French language that has come into action. So I had to non-SDS visa, so I had to transfer my first semester fees. So for that, I was using Wise from India to Canada.
So what about if there are any couriers as such that you might have to send?
I think DHL or UPS are the most common.
Yeah, DHL. I use DHL, and like if you are from Pune or Maharashtra, I guess there's a specific service they charge you cheaper than DHL. So there are different types of services. There's DHL, UPS, and then there are private courier services.
Interested to know why you didn't continue after 10 days learning French. Is there any reason for it? Because you are getting paid for that.
I was not interested in learning French. I felt Java, C++, these are already all the language were taking me up. So I didn't want to learn anything new. I am not interested in learning the language, so that's why I dropped it. And the pay is less, so instead of that I can work part time. So that's the thing. So yes.
Yeah, I wanted to know about co-ops. Like I'm enrolled in Masters of Applied Computer Science, and on the website it was written that it is a co-op course program. Basically, is that we might get some chance to enroll for a co-op in summer terms or maybe even extended. So like, do you have any idea?
There are
how does that?
In a year you have like two times that they accept applications for co-op. You'll have to apply exclusively. Although your course is under co-op, that doesn't mean you have a co-op. You have got a co-op. Basically, you'll have to still apply to get a co-op and get admitted to the co-op institute at Concordia. For next term, it's like the applications will be open around in August. You can check the website. You just need to fill out a form. You need to put in all your details, which course you are in, how many credits completed, what's your GPA and all. And there's nothing much you need to do other than that. So yeah, it is somehow competitive. So even after applying, you will get to know the results after the deadline in about 10 to 15 days, whether you were accepted at the co-op institute or not. And this occurs similarly during, I think, January as well. You will have another chance to, if you did not get it in the fall term this year, you can also apply again in January. Also, there are some eligibility requirements in order to be eligible to just apply as well. That first of all, you need to maintain 3.3 GPA. That's the minimum you need to have. 3.3 GPA is like at least a B+ in all of your subjects that you have taken. Other than that, you should not have completed more than 16 credits. That means you should not have completed 4 subjects before you apply for. Yes. Yeah. And 4 subjects, it doesn't mean you should not have enrolled in 16 credits. You can have enrolled, but you should not have gained all those 16 credits. Yes. So these are 2 main requirements. If you fulfill this, just go for the application. Just take this chance, and yeah, if you get admitted, you will be assigned a work term. It will be decided by the institute, the sequence of your term. In Concordia, we also have a rule that you need to be a returning student. That means you cannot graduate on a work term. So your last term will never be your work term. You will have to work and then return back for at least 1 term to study again at Concordia. So that is what I have currently. Like, this is my work term, summer 23. Next term will be my last term. I'll be graduating December. So that is how they decide the sequence. And also, like, as we are graduate students, we'll only have 1 work term per co-op. You cannot work for two different companies and 2 different terms.
Okay.
Also, even though you will have not completed any credits during the start of this fall term, you should still go for it, because this happened last year, that whoever just filled out the form for co-op, everyone got admitted, even if they had 0 GPA and 0 credits completed. So
I started last fall 2022, and it's a gray zone. Like they told, they have written there that you need a 3.3 minimum GPA. It's when you get the interview, when you crack the interview, and when the company offers you, at that time you need 3.3.
Yeah, after that you need to maintain 3.3 as well, otherwise they'll just take your co-op back. So you need also to until you receive your internship offer, you need to maintain 3.3 GPA as well.
Okay, thank you so much. That's all.
We don't have like for graduate courses, and if you consider MSc as a software engineering, there are courses where you have relative marking and relative grading. You don't have absolute grading. Like there is no criteria that if you score 90% you will get an A plus, or you score 80% you get a B plus. It's not absolute here. You get relative marking on courses. That means how the whole class performs. Now if there are 50 students in a class and the class average is around 85%, so anyone above 85% has a good chances of getting an A plus, A minus, or an A. Now, at an average, if you are around somewhere near the average, there is a good chance you will be getting a B plus. Below average goes down to B and B minus. They don't really go for a C unless your grades are too bad. But this is how the grading works here. It's relative to the class average and how everyone else is performing in the class as well. So, if you still consider what would be a B plus, you can consider anywhere around 80 to 85% you need to score in all of your all of your courses. And if you also see the grading scale, it's A plus is a 4.3. An A gives you 4 GPA, A minus gives you a 3.7, and then B plus gives you a 3.3. So this is how it works.
And it's recommended you should have maintained 3.3 GPA.
Yes.
Yeah. So Devdutt is asking an important question. I have a question regarding accommodation. Is it advisable to search and finalize accommodation before arriving in Montreal, or search for it after landing in Montreal? So this is, I can say this question will depend upon the person as well. If you already have few contacts that can go and see the lead for you, and you trust them, and so that in that case if you like it, so you can book it. Also depend upon the prices that you want. What's the rent for typical 2-bedroom apartments? So for that I have already mentioned the details in the website itself, so you can just go and have the details of each of the apartment, like studio 2.5 or 3.5. You can just have a look at that.
Hey, this is Bhavna.
Hello. Yes.
Hello. I just wanted to. I had a follow-up question to the co-op one. So, like co-op application that we can start applying even before joining classes. Like, what exactly do they ask? Like, is it just
really? I don't remember if there is any documents you need to submit. It's just a simple office form. You need to just enter all your details according to the questions. What is your name? Which course you are taking? Which program? What level? How many GPA? How many credits completed? And that's it. You just submit, and your application is done. Like there's no need for any resume, any transcript, nothing else is required actually.
So, like, since we wouldn't have started any classes, like, we won't be filling any GPA or anything,
Yeah,
right?
you just enter 0.
I got some direct messages from students who are in mechanical or industrial or aerospace. I'll just tell the messages about co-op. As mechanical is not a co-op program, we don't have to do co-op to graduate. It's like if you apply, if you get in, you have the option to do co-op, but it's not a complete requirement to graduate. If you have to graduate, you have to do a co-op term. As in aerospace, it's compulsory. You have to do an internship in any company, related company. But for mechanical and industrial people, you don't need to do co-op to graduate. But if you get in,
so the shortlisting doesn't happen in Montreal these days because of French language, and so that's the main reason people are not getting jobs in Montreal. Like people do get, but it have started implementing it, so people are getting it less now these days.
Hi, this is Maria. So if you need any job in Montreal, like after our studies, so they are making it mandatory. Like we have to know the French.
So it's not mandatory, but it is getting very strict. People will ask you, do you know French? And they will reject. It happened with me personally. One of the company, the most wide company in Bell here. So they selected me initially about the call, like we can proceed with the next round. And then they denied because I didn't know French.
Is it affecting only the full-time jobs or the part-times and the internships?
For part-time jobs, they generally don't need a lot of documents. So it's not mandatory for part-time jobs as of now. You have to apply outside the Quebec.
Yes,
You can apply.
You can apply, but it's like on them if they are looking to have a candidate who knows French as well, or if they are open to just English is fine for them, then it's also good. Because I'll tell you, I'm also now applying for fall internships for next term. So recently I had an interview just last week itself, and that was the first question they asked, that are you bilingual? Now they have started this. When I was applying and all the interviews I appeared for in summer last term, I had no question about French at that time.